doing row 5 on the Navajo Diamond stitch blanket. Leave a little tail at the end. I'm going to cast on again. These are individual rows that I'm doing. So I'm going to hold my working yarn up. The tail is going to be to the side with the other tails. I'm going to cast on to the back loop of this first stitch. Back loop only. So you go into the back loop first. This is how you do a single crochet. Back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both of those loops. I'm going to leave a little bit of a slack here, not make that so tight on the end. So I've done, my foundation chain was 245 chains, and then I've worked on row 1 through 4 so far. These are all single crochets all the way down to the end. You chain 1 and you pull it through a slip knot, leaving a tail at the end, 2 to 3 inches on the end. And then you start another row here. So I'm going to go in back loop only, doing a single crochet all the way down. This is row 5. We've got a foundation chain here, and then we started a single crochet. This is row 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see by the loops that stick forward a little bit how many rows you have. So we have 4 rows right now. We're working on our 5th row. And this is the same color. This is turquoise. Rows 1 through 5, and then row 6 will be turquoise as well. But that's where we're going to start to add our diamonds in here. And there's 20. 40. $47. This is 75 so far. We're on row 5. Okay, there's 100 so far. I'm going to lean the camera back just a little. Welcome in, everybody. I'm back working on the Navajo Diamond blanket. I'm working on row 5 right now. 2. $75. Let me check comments. Hello, welcome in. Oh, hi, Piggy. I am using a 5.5 millimeter, and this is going to be, I believe, a 60 by 40 sized blanket. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We got 4 colors total. And it's pretty long, 245 chains. It's gonna be, I'm sure, the length of a couch. It's very long. Yeah, single and then double crochet for the diamonds. But yeah, mostly single crochet back loop only. Yep. I'm just counting. 31. I'm gonna count these again. You made several. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. Oh, Peggy, that's wonderful. I love that. Oh, Peggy, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. You are amazing, friend. Wow. That's so cool that you did that. This is it's one of my mom's favorite colors and one of my favorite colors. When she was alive, she made me a couple of these Navajo diamond blankets. And so she inspired me. I was watching a lady on one of the other platforms make it. So it inspired me to make one too. These are the colors that I'm using. But you can use any color you like. I also have black, red, white, and gray. I'm going to make another one in those colors once I finish this one. Your daddy's full-blooded Cherokee. That's cool. My mom's grandma was as well. I'm gonna count, which I've counted the stitches. I don't know how many times, because I'm getting ready to do the row that has the diamond in it. So I want to make sure I didn't miss a stitch on the end. Sometimes I do. I have to pull it out and, you know, do it again. So let me real quick do that and make sure I'm on the right track for row 6. That's where I'm going to start adding the diamonds in. So let me do that real quick here. Okay. Because so at the end you will chain 1 and do a slip knot, leaving yourself a 2 or 3 inch tail or more. I usually cut more. And then each row is individual, so you'll start again at the beginning. I'm going to adjust the camera again a little bit higher, so I try not to bump the camera. Write down what, oh, you do, oh gosh, I hope I don't mess it up for you, Peggy. Thank you. I'm making a, hello Venture, I'm making a Navajo diamond blanket. Oh, thank you, Adventures. No, I'm Christian too. That's okay, you can just watch and enjoy. I don't always get things right. I've been crocheting for a long time, but I'm older and sometimes I don't always count well. I have to recount about 10 times or more. So sometimes I'll lose a stitch or add a stitch and then I'm like, oh shoot. So I have to go back and start again. So we're forgiving here, very forgiving. If you mess up, that's okay. That's how you learn. We want you to mess up a little bit so that you know how to do it. All right. Just stick with it though. Don't give up. Crochet is very forgiving. So here I'm going to make a tail here. I'm going to make a slip knot. And then you're going to hold your working yarn up, your tail to the side here. Then you're going to go down into this first stitch. It's kind of buried a little bit. And you're going to back loop only. you're going to make a single crochet, and I'm going to have to check my pattern so I don't mess up. Okay, row 6, single crochet in the first 2 single crochets. There's 2. Then a double crochet, 19 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and with 2 singles. Skip 1. Okay. So bear with me, you guys. I'm just reading my pattern here, just to make sure I get it right. Okay. I think this is how you do it. Let's try this. We're going to do a double crochet into the front of the previous row, the front of that chain. Let's see if this looks right. This is the first time I'm doing this on live. Never done it before, so bear with me if we mess up. We'll just go back and do it again. So that is the first one. We're making 1 double crochet, 19 single crochets, and then 1 double all the way to the end, and with 2 singles. So, okay, we're gonna go back to our single crochets. So that's 1. We're gonna do 19, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 single crochets and then 1 double. One double is going to go into the previous row front loop here, I believe. We're going to at least give this an attempt and see what it looks like at the end here. Okay, looks okay so far. And then we're going to do, we don't want to do that single crochet back there, that's the double crochets up below it. We want to skip that one. That makes sense. So then you go into the single crochet next. Now if I haven't got this right at the end, I'm going to count, and then I'll just go back and frog it again and do it again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18. I think it was 19. Okay, 19. Then a double to this previous front chain. And then 19 more singles. 2, 3. Sorry if I'm missing any comments, you guys. I'm not looking yet. Hello, thanks for being here, you guys. This is a diamond, Navajo Diamond blanket that I'm working on. Never done it before. This is my first time on live doing it, so bear with me. Double crochet into the previous front loop of the previous row. Sorry, you guys, there was somebody calling and I think it kicks me off live or pauses it or something. Two, three. Thanks for being here, though, you guys. Appreciate it. It's supposed to be 19 single crochets and then a double for the next stitch. And I hope I'm doing this right. Well, we'll look at it and make sure. Hello. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and one more, 19. Okay. double crochet into the front loop of that previous row. Then 19 more. And if anybody is on here that has done this blanket before and catching any of my mistakes or anything I need to do differently, feel free to put your comment in there for oh, you're welcome. I'm new to this too. My mom did blankets like this, but I haven't seen anybody do it in years, so you guys are coming along with me here as I try it. Now you can do a treble crochet. Instead of a double, you can do a treble crochet here, which I've seen people do. I'm on row 6 right now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 17, 18, and 19. And then you do your double crochet under this front loop of the previous row. And here's where you could do a treble crochet. I'll show you what that could look like if we did a treble. Yarn over twice, then pick up that front loop. Yarn over, you pull through, and then you got those 4 loops on there, and you're going to pull off 2 at a time. Yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2, yarn over, pull off 2. And some people do that. But for this pattern, it calls for just a double crochet. Just much easier. Then 19 more single crochets. 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're going in back loop only of this stitch. Then you do your double crochet into the front loop of this next row here. And then you go single crochet again for 19. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And then your double crochet to the front loop. And then 19 more single crochets. And it's easier for me to keep track if I count. 3, then 8, 9, 10, 13. There's 19. Then we're going to do a double crochet into the front loop of the previous row there. Kind of do it in slow-mo so you can see. It's a double crochet. And then we're going to go back to 19 single crochet stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, I'm doing a Navajo Diamond stitch blanket. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, I had one more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Okay. Then a double crochet to the previous row, front loop there. Then 19 more stitches, single crochet. Six, 9, 19. Tell me about this yarn. This is a turquoise yarn from I love this yarn brand. Doing a double crochet now into the front loop of that previous row. And then 19 more single crochets. Eight. And with 2 single crochets, which we did, and then we're going to chain 1 and do a slip stitch, leaving a tail, 2 to 3 inch tail or more, and you can trim it off later. And then start from the beginning again. Each row is individual. Hi. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for being here. My live. This is a Navajo Diamond crochet stitch. First time I'm doing it. First time I'm doing it, and I'm doing it on live with you guys. So bear with me if I make mistakes. Somebody was calling again, it kicked me off or it paused my live. So I did rows 1 through 5 single crochet. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did a foundation chain of 245 chains, and then I started row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are all single crochets all the way to the end, leaving a fringe or tail at the beginning, because you start a row individually, separate from the next. So you leave a tail there, 2 to 3 inches or more, and then you can trim it up later. Then you end with a single crochet, and you pull it through to make that knot on the end, and you also leave a tail on the end. So then row 6 is where I started doing the diamonds. So again, you cast on, leaving a tail here, cast on to the previous row, and then this is row 6. So single crochet into 2 of the first 2 single crochets, doing a single crochet stitch. So 2 single crochets and then 1 double crochet, and into the previous row, the front loop here. We did a double crochet there, and then you do 19 single crochets until your next double crochet in the front of that loop of the previous row. Then you do 19 more single crochets, and then you do another double crochet into the front loop of the previous row. 19 more single crochets, and then a double crochet into the front loop of the previous row. And you do that repeatedly, 19 and then 1, all the way to the end. Once you get to the end, you end with 2 single crochets. You chain 1, cut off a 2 to 3 inch tail at least, and you do a slip stitch, or I'm sorry, a slip knot, to where you pull it through, and then that is your basically your knot at the end to hold that little tail on. And then you start over at the beginning. So now we're going to row 7, and this is where I'm going to change colors. So we're going to do burnt orange. This is the color I'm using, or burnt pumpkin. It's like an orange color, but it's burnt pumpkin technically. Burnt pumpkin in the brand I Love This yarn. So we're going to put turquoise to the side for a moment. Got to get my pattern over here. Row 7, burnt pumpkin. Start with 3 single crochets and 1 double. Okay, we'll try this. See what happens. This will be telling to see if I've put the diamonds where they should be. All right, let's see, make a slip knot here. Leave your tail on the end. And you can come back later and trim this to make them all the same size. So you hold your working yarn up, your tail to the side, and you're going to go and cast on onto this previous row. You're going to go back loop only. This is the front loop, and this is the back loop. Going to go underneath that back loop. You're going to cast on. Make sure I'm not missing a stitch there. I think that's just my knot. Okay. Okay, there we go. Casting on. Back loop only, single crochet. So you pull it through, yarn over. Oops. And yarn over off both those loops. Single crochet. Single crochet. There's 3. Then we're going to do a double crochet into the front loop of that previous row. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. And that's going to make your diamond, the diamond cut, and it goes diagonal. So that looks okay so far. We'll see how it goes though. All right, so 3 singles, a double, and we're going to do 17 now single crochets across before the next double crochet. Hello, Maria. So we're going to go into this next stitch here, doing a single crochet. We're doing 17, so there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, and we need to do a double crochet into the next. I think it's down here. It's kind of buried. I will see how it turns out, but I think it's this one. Since this is the next stitch, we'll follow it down this row loop. So I'm gonna go into that front loop. We'll do a double crochet there. Give yourself a little bit of slack so it's not pulling so tight there. Double crochet. Then you're going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch. It's going to be above that diamond, looks like. So it's going to go right here. Single crochet. And then you're going to do 1 double into the front of the loop of the next or the previous row. And it looks like it sits just right there. Okay, so you're going to do a double crochet under this loop here. Let's see what that looks like. Should be like a diagonal. The diamonds go up this way and up that way. So that looks okay right now. It's a double crochet, and then you repeat. So it'll be 17 single crochets. Six, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, double. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell which loop. If you pull this to the side, you can kind of see that one, and you think that's the one that you're supposed to go in. But if you straighten it up, it kind of covers that, so you know you don't go into that one, if that makes sense. So the next stitch you need to go in is the one that sits beside it. Just be careful I've done that, and I was just about to do it. I had to count. So if you pull it to the side, you can see that one kind of hidden back there. You're not going to go into that one. You're going to go into the next one here. There's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, double crochet into the next front loop of the previous row. So you follow the next stitch down, and you see this front loop there. You're going to go under it with a double crochet. Hello, welcome in. There's your double crochet. Then you're going to do a single crochet into the next stitch. I think that's right here. Then you're going to do another double crochet underneath this next stitch here. Going to be a loop from the previous row right there. Going to go under that loop. There you go. And then you're going to go back down with 17 single crochets. I'm going to push this double crochet kind of back a little bit so it hides that one that I think I'm supposed to go into. Otherwise, I'll mess up my count. So it's this one over here. So you just do 17. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then you need to do your double crochet into the front loop of the previous row, which will be right here. You follow this next stitch down, and the one that sticks forward a little bit, this loop here, is where you're going to go underneath. There you go. And you do a double crochet there, followed by a single crochet to the next stitch, and another double crochet into the next, here's the next stitch. Follow it down, me just make sure there's 17 more. 16, 17. That's right. There's 17 there. Okay. So you don't want to go behind it. You want to go beside that double crochet stitch right here. You're going to do 17 more single crochets. 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 17. Okay, double crochet into the front loop of the next stitch, but the previous row down here. Then you do a single crochet, then another double. And then 17 more single crochets. Two, 3, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Do a double crochet into the front loop of that previous row. Do a single crochet and then a double again. Back to 17 single crochets again. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 17. Then another double crochet into the next stitch, front loop from the previous row, right there. Go kind of to the side to pick it up. Give yourself a little slack. Do a double crochet into that, and then you're gonna do one single crochet into the next stitch. And then another double crochet, just like this one on this side though, that diamond. Front loop, double crochet. Then we're gonna do 17 more single crochets. Back to 17, and we do a double crochet to the next stitch, previous row, front loop. Then you get do a single crochet into the next stitch, back loop only on these, double crochet into the next one, previous row front loop, give yourself a little slack, then 17 single crochets. There's 17 again. Gonna do a double crochet into the next stitch, previous row front loop. And then a single crochet, another double crochet on the other side of that diamond, previous row front loop, Give myself some yarn here. And then we're going to do 17 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then it back to a double crochet. Double crochet into the next stitch. Below it is the front loop from the previous row. You're going to grab that front loop. Then do a double crochet into that. And then the next stitch is a single crochet. And then another double crochet on the other side in the front loop. And then back to 17 single crochets. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 17. I'm going to do a double crochet again, the front loop of that previous stitch, single crochet, and double crochet into the previous loop there. And then we're all getting close to the end. And it's taken a while, hadn't it? You could definitely cut this blanket down if you didn't want to do the 245 chains. It's going to be a nice big blanket, though. It may take me 3 months to finish it, but it's going to be nice. They're beautiful when they're finished. And this yarn's so soft, I don't know. Compared to the yarn that I used when I was little, it's definitely improved. Felt like the yarn we used when I was young was scratchy, itchy. It kept you warm, but it was just so itchy. Now I'm going to have to count these because I start talking. I lose my train of thought. Okay, that's okay. 2, 4, 6, 14, 16, 17. Yeah, we're right where we need to be. Double crochet to the next stitch underneath that front loop. And then single crochet into the next stitch. It's kind of sitting a little wonky there, couldn't tell. And then a double crochet down under here. When you make a big blanket like this and you mess up, it's okay. I mean, you can frog it, they call it. It's not a big deal. But when you put all that work into it, it's like, you know, like, darn it, I don't want to have to do that, but it's forgiving. It's okay. 8, 12, 14, 16, 17. Okay. So then 17 single crochets. We're almost to the end. It gets fun when you start to see the pattern come together in any project you're working on. We're doing back loop only here. It's very redundant, once you get into it, you know, just pretty much the same. A lot of single crochets in there. So we're back to, we got 17 and we're doing a double crochet to the previous row loop in the front. I'm going to look at my pattern here just to make sure I'm doing everything. Double crochet, repeat across the rows. I think we end with 2 singles. I didn't write that down, so I'm not really sure. I think I do. See what that looks like. I don't know. Anybody know out there? If that's right. I'm going to end with 2 single crochets here and then chain 1 and do a slip knot. Leave myself a tail, 2 to 3 inch tail or more. This might be more, but that's okay. And then you slip knot through. So you leave a fringe on the end. Fringe on the beginning, fringe on the end. So does that look okay? What do you guys think? So far so good? I think it's okay. Looks like we're getting there. So that's burnt pumpkin color that we're using right there. It reminds me of like an orange color. So that was row 7. Row 8 is 4 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 15 single crochets, a double crochet, 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet. Repeat across the row. Hello. Welcome in, you guys. Everybody here that's been here with me, thank you for being here. And bear with me. I haven't done one of these ever, and so I thought I'd bring you along. The good and the bad and all of it. Really, there's no bad, honestly. It's all good. If I make a mistake, I just redo it. We don't get too keyed up over messing up here. If we mess up, we mess up. It's just crochet, right? It's not life or death. It's just crochet. So we cast on again. Each row is individual. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're on row 8 now. 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So row 8, we're going to cast on just like we have been. Underneath this loop, back loop. So to cast on, you make your slip knot there. You go into your back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. It's making your single crochet. Your working yarns up to the top. So that's 1. We're going to do 4 single crochets. There's 2, 3, 4, 1 double crochet into the previous. I'm going to go down this next stitch. And we're going to pick up the previous front loop. With a double crochet. Excuse me just a moment. Thank you guys. Alright, so 4 single crochets, a double into the front of the previous row. Then we're going to do 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Then it says 1 double, 3 singles, 1 double. 1 double. When you do the double, it's going to be in the front of that previous row. Going to go down this stitch and find the previous row loop that's in the front there. It's kind of like an underline for that previous row. So you reach up under it, do a double crochet with it, And you do 3 single crochets. And you do a double crochet into the next stitch down the previous row, that front loop there. So 15 more single crochets, 15, 1 double, 3 singles, and a double. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, down below it, into that loop from the previous row. And then you do 3 single crochets. Hello everybody, welcome. Oh hey, Frenzia. Frenzla? Is it Frenzla? Hello everybody. My eyes go oh, thank you. We are doing row 8 here. Doing a double crochet into this next one. You follow this next stitch down. Below it is a line, a loop that you're going to go under. And you're going to do a double crochet. Yeah, there we go. And then we go back to 15 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 double crochet into the next stitch, follow it down in the front loop there where we're going. From the previous row. Double crochet, 3 single crochets, and a double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then your double crochet. Give me the next stitch, you follow it down. Kind of reminds me of an underline. So the underlined stitch there, if it's a front loop, you grab that, you do a double crochet into there. And then 15 more single crochets. Three, 4, showed my dad your video and told him about your. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it brings something positive today for you. I remember how hard that was to lose my mom, so I'm glad it made you Matt. I'm glad it made him smile too. Let me count again. 15, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Thank you for sharing that, Friendsla. That's really special. Double crochet to this next stitch, previous row, front loop. And then 3 single crochets here. And then a double crochet to this next one. See the loop that's underlying that stitch? At least that's what I think of when I do that. There's double crochet, 15 more single crochets. They were married almost 45 years. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Wow. That's so special. I'm sure he's gonna love it. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. There's so many beautiful stories out here. You guys share with me, and I surely appreciate it. It makes my day. There's so many heart people out here. You know that we've got a lot of craziness going on, but there's a lot more heart people than the others. So I really appreciate you sharing that. We all have to stick together as hearts. If we can't uplift each other and encourage each other, gosh, what do we got, you know? We need that to get through this life. There's 15 single crochets, then we're doing a double. Again, it's going into this next stitch, but below it, we're going to pick up that front loop there. Thank you guys for being here and just sharing and talking, sending love, whatever, just being here. It makes my day. I know I'm not alone. I know you guys are out there with me. We're never alone. You know, there's always somebody. If you're struggling, if you're having a bad day, there's always somebody you can reach out to. Even if it's somebody out here on YouTube Live. You're never alone. You'll never be alone. Made you. Yes, friends, you're right. You're so right on that. Crochet can relax you, can bring friends together, can bring you, if your mom crocheted and you don't have her with you, it can bring you right back to being with your mom, give you comfort, healing. What made you choose all these colors? Actually, it wasn't my idea. It was a lady I was watching on TT, the other platform, and she had these colors, and I've just fell in love with them. They're the kind of the desert western colors. At least that's what I think of. And I asked her if it would be okay if I kind of copied her, and she said, yeah, that would be fine. And then I have red and black and white and gray that I'm going to do another time. Yes, exactly. That's what I think of too. And my mom, one of her favorite colors was this turquoise color. So it made me think of her too. And plus the blanket she's made me, when I was young. I haven't seen anybody else make this blanket except her. So I was excited to at least try it out. Yeah, desert sunset. Right, exactly. It's beautiful out there. My aunt and uncle used to live in Arizona, and we'd visit, and just incredible. The sunsets and uh, just the environment out there was just gorgeous. And then 15 more single crochets again. We're back to our double crochet. We did 15 single crochets, one double crochet now. I'm going to go into the front loop of the previous row. Just going to follow this stitch down. Double crochet and 3 single crochets across the top. Back loop only. And then we're going to do another double crochet down underneath this stitch. There's a line or a front loop. You go up underneath that, doing a double crochet. Are those Xmas jam? Oh, here? Oh, it's a blanket. It's a soft blanket with Snoopy on it. My daughter got for me a few years ago. Yeah, little Snoopy. I do. I love Snoopy. I'm from that generation where we grew up watching all this, um, Snoopy movies, shows. You got one chance a year to watch all the Halloween special and the Christmas special. Hello to all you happy. Okay. Oh, I just read a funny message from Kay, but I don't think I can post it. It's pretty cute though. Hello, Kay, if you're out there. I think YouTube kind of monitors things, words people say. So if it sounds any, you know, like anything maybe needs to be withheld, they don't post it. But you ladies would get a kick out of it, I think. Yeah, I think she was just joking with what she was saying there. I've got the Olympics on, but I'm not watching. I'm just kind of, it's in the background noise. Skiing, and I don't know if it's called the luge, if it was the luge. That one, what was on earlier. This is skiing, or I forget what you call it. Oh, snowboard. It's a snowboard. They're going up like ramps and back and forth. And it's snowing there. Looks fun. Maybe in my younger days, but now I'm older and I'd probably break things if I did that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Okay. 15 single crochets and 1 double into the previous row. Loop. And then 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. And another double crochet on the other side. Front loop only there. Then we're back to 15 single crochets. There's 5. I'm sitting in my dad's room watching this on my phone. He's playing a zombie game. That's pretty funny. You must have a young at heart dad, huh? Hello, Rasha? Hello. That's okay. We're all odd. I don't think there's any family out there that's not a little bit, you know, quirky or funny. Definitely not perfect and very odd over here. And that's okay. We like it that way. We just got 15 there, single crochets, and then we're going to do a double into the front loop, previous row, and then 3 single crochets, back loop only. And then a double crochet to the next stitch underneath the previous row, front loop. Then we're back to 15 single crochets again. He's 72 and loves it. What? That's awesome. Oh, he's a cool guy. 72 and loves anime and video games. He's a retired electromechanic. Okay. Taught me to build an engine. PC. Wow. He is smart. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and fun, and he's got all the things. That's great. Talented, smart. My daughter loves anime. She's been all about anime since she was young. Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know if that's anime, but she loves all those other anime characters. Has bobbleheads and had things in her room growing up. All anime stuff. But you don't hear that too much for the older people. Grumpy old man. That's cute. Grumpy. That's really cute. He sounds like a happy old man playing his zombie games, and he must be retired, huh? Oh, you did say he's retired. Electromechanic. I see that now. Good for him. He's enjoying that retirement. Oops, sorry about that, you guys. Keep hitting the camera. I'm sorry. Make sure I'm doing that right. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? It doesn't look right to me. Let me try again. Let me see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and double. Looks better. I don't know what I did there. He's an amazing. Aw, rock off your family. Youngest is 6. Oh my goodness. That's the sweetest. Oh, I bet he's amazing. He sounds like it. Did I teach my. I did. I tried. Some kids get into it and some don't. I taught them all how to knit, and we would sit on the bed and just, you know, just be goofy and knit or whatever. But they never really. My oldest daughter, she has crocheted, blankets and things. My other daughter doesn't have much time to do it, but I shared this video with her, so maybe she'll be inspired to start crocheting a little bit more. But yeah, and I was kind of like that when I was young, not really. I'd watch my mom and I would crochet with her, but you like your own things sometimes, and that's okay. But it wasn't until I got a little older that I really, jumped back in. But I had already had the basics. Like she taught me all the basics, and you teach that to your children, thinking maybe they'll remember and maybe someday come back to it. So we'll see. They've got busy lives though, so I get it. But it's really relaxing. And you don't know that when you're young. You just you're doing your own thing, and you don't really realize how crochet can calm you. I work in a hospital. I work in hospitals. I have a couple jobs, but I'm a nurse, so I didn't realize how calming this is, especially when you've had a tough day at work and you come home and you can relax and not think about things, or you're stressed and you just need to unwind a little bit and crochet or video games, whatever it is, taking a walk, whatever it is for you that can relax you, to calm you. But crochet for now is what I do that helps me relax and not worry about anything. Your brothers, older girls learned He's because I gave them always, and now so they're two wobbles. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Anything you can teach them, it's like a life skill. I like those little stuffies. Although I've only made one, but I see some of these people on here making them, and they're so cool. And I'm just like, people are so talented with their skills. Just dream of all those fun things that you can make and all the skills that you can take away. But yeah, it goes to show you how talented people are at all that stuff. You really? Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's a great gift, especially, even older people. I just had a patient the other night, 2 nights ago, and she was holding a stuffed animal, just a little stuffed animal. And that's such a great gift for kids and maybe older people. Yeah. See, I love that. I love it. Never too old. Never too old to learn things and nor get a gift like a stuffy. Let's see, where are we at here? I think I end. So I'm gonna do 3 single crochets and see how I end up here. Getting close to the end. Let's see. I'm not sure if this is right, you guys, or not. I'm just winging it. I am winging it. Do I end with 2 single crochets? I don't know, maybe I end with 2 singles here on the end. I didn't write that down, but maybe I do, like the previous row. I'm gonna end with 2 singles. I told you this is my first time, so I may not get it right, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I think that's right. End with 2 single crochets. Okay. Your mom hoarded plush shoes, which is why Dad needs. Oh, making the scarves. I always think about. Oh shoot! Oh my goodness, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite, or did she have a favorite one? And did she have them on her bed? Because I think I would have probably put them on my bed, just like a young girl. So I just chained one here, and I'm gonna slip knot that, leaving a tail on the end. And I hope that's right. Doing 2 single crochets on the end. It may not be though. It looks okay. If you guys have anything to add or suggestions for that, let me know. But I think that's all right. So this was row 8. We just finished, and this is what it looks like. Navajo Diamond stitch. It's gonna be a long blanket. I do. My mom had a tattoo of a butterfly, and I made a butterfly. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that. We love butterflies too over here. My friend a few months ago lost her daughter, and she was 22 or 23 years old, years young. And she had a little 2-year-old boy she left behind, but she also liked butterflies, and she was an artist, and oh my gosh, she's amazing. But she has butterflies in her home, and my friend has kept some of, obviously kept all of her stuff, but she has butterflies everywhere. So, yeah, we love butterflies too. I had gotten her a picture. I haven't given it to her yet. It was for Christmas. They didn't celebrate this year, of course. And so when it comes time, it's a big butterfly painting for her. And so it's very special, a special meaning to her. Like it is, I'm sure, for you. Yes, please. Oh, you are. Oh, that's wonderful. She was too. Her she put her artwork on she has like I think she sold it, like the little pieces. There's an AI that can replicate drawing a piece. Really? Oh my gosh. Wow. Are you able to? I don't know how to do that. Is there any way you can send me the site that I go on? Oh my gosh, yeah. It would. She has her art, but that would definitely anything might help. And her little boy who's 2 years old, misses his mommy, and yeah, anything that could give her some sense of peace. She drew this beautiful I can't remember if it's a lion or she drew animals, she drew people, but she was only 23, but she had talent of somebody that's been drawing and painting for years. Pretty incredible to see her artwork. It'll blow you away. But I can't remember her website that she had it on. But, you know, she was real simple. She was, her daughter was a vegan and very, like a minimalist. Like she didn't want a bunch of things. She never wanted really any gifts or anything. She wanted to make things for people, and had a very good heart. Very, very special. Two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. We're on row 9 now. The same color, the burnt pumpkin. I'm gonna leave a little tail, and then just slip knot here. I'll look into my sister best. Oh, I'm so sorry you lost your sister. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you. Yes, please, if you don't mind sending me that link or wherever, I would really love that. Love to make something for her. It's been really, really rough for her and her little son. Both her parents, really. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a double would be right here. So that makes sense. This stitch is kind of hidden under that knot, if you can see it. I'm going to cast on there, but I think it's that stitch that I need to use right there. So you go down and do a single crochet, if I can get to it. And then you just pull it through like you're doing, you know, regular crochet. Keep your working yarn at the top, and then you yarn over and pull through, making your single crochet. We're on row 9 here. We're going to do 5 single crochets, back loop only. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5, and then we do 1 double crochet into the previous row, but it's this next stitch, and you look down underneath, there's like a front loop there. Kind of looks like an underline for that stitch. You go under it doing a double crochet. So what we're doing is making the diamonds kind of go in a crossways, diagonal. And then after that you do 13 single crochets, a double crochet, 5 single crochets, and 1 double crochet all the way across. When I find it, I'll drop you a message in your chat. Thank you. Yes, please. Please. I appreciate that. Anything to give her some sense of comfort. Because, you know, it's not easy, and the loss of anybody is just not easy. And can't imagine, you know, what that must be like for them, her parents. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet to the next stitch below it in that front loop. And then 5 single crochets across the top here. 2, 5, and then a double crochet here. And then you're going to repeat 13 single crochets. Hi, Roses. Welcome in. Let me count here. Make sure 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Right, that's right. We're going to do 13 single crochets across before our next diamond again. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Doing another double crochet into the next stitch. You follow it down. The line underneath it is a front loop. You're going to go underneath that front loop. And then you're going to do 5 single crochets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to do 1 double crochet into the front loop of the previous row. And again, back to 13 single crochets across. We're doing back loop only here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 13. Then a double crochet into the next one, the front loop of that previous row. 5 single crochets. And a double crochet. And back to 13 single crochets. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and a double crochet into the next stitch. Underneath it is a line front loop. You're going to go underneath it, doing a double crochet. You're going to do 5 single crochets across here. And then a double crochet to the next stitch. Below it, that line there is a front loop. Going to pick that up. Then 13 more single crochets. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. One double crochet to that front loop of the previous row. Then 5 single crochets again. 2, 3, 4, 5. A double crochet down below front loop. sorry. How wide is the blanket going to be? Oh, it is, it said it's a 60 by 40. The length on it looks like it could fit a whole couch. That's how long it is. It's 245 chains, so it's pretty long. I'll make a video at the end when I'm finished, and I'll put it on my couch so you guys can see just how big it is. But I think it's going to be pretty big. 60 by 40. Gonna do 13 more single crochet. 2, 6. For your next invite. Oh my gosh. Oh, Frenzy. Thank you. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. It's so sweet. I really appreciate that. I love that you guys are here and interacting. You make my day. So sweet. So sweet. then you do 13 more single crochets. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. Friendsla, do you put your paintings on your channel? Do you share your art like that? I would love to see it. I'd love to support you all like you supported me. I want to be there. Show up, check out your pages, and send love back to you. Guys, we're almost to the end again. Then we get to start a different color after this row. You never learned how to... I find crochet is easier. Knitting is challenging for me because if you drop your knitting needles, you can lose your stitches off of the needle. And I don't know how to put them back on right sometimes. But with the crochet, you just pull it back out and it's easy to pick back up. I do like to knit. It's just when you've knitted, several rows and you drop your knitting needle and you don't know how to put them back on properly, or you get them wonky, and it's just all that work. I need to learn how to put them back on properly. I think I'd be okay trying it again. I haven't knitted in probably 2 years now. I knitted some baby blankets and scarves, and that's really the extent of it. I enjoy it. It's just when I lose my stitch, I have trouble. Getting close to the end again. This is doing 5 single crochets. And I don't know what I'm doing because I feel like the previous row I ended with 2 single crochets, which I might have to do something about here, because that doesn't, if I end with all these single crochets, I don't think that's right. If anybody can help with that, or I need to pull this part out and add a double crochet to it, and then do the same on this row. Tracks, I'm a huge fan of my yes, I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's challenging. I don't know. I might have to do a double crochet here. Sometimes I do this. I just, wing it. If I didn't write it down, I don't know why I didn't write it down, but it's a bummer if it was there and I didn't. Okay, let's just go back here and see what we can do. We'll make it work. We will make this work. Okay, so here's the stitch. So I'm going to go down into this next front post, or front loop. It's not really a post, it's a loop there. Okay, I'm going to do a double crochet. You're seeing all my boo-boos. All the boo-boos here. Okay. It's going to end with a single crochet. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I guess we'll just wing it. I'm gonna make another loop, pull that yarn through. We'll leave it like that for now. What's the worst that can happen? It goes up like that, and I need to add another stitch. I can always pull it back out and do that. It's just crochet. It's not that big of a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's not right, let me know, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Pull it through. What about a half double? I know, yeah, I could. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. I could make it a half double. I'll have to find the pattern, look back where I wrote it down and see, because that looks just like it's gone too far. You see what I mean? It's gone too far. But anyway, it's easy to pull it back out and, do the edging. So I'll look back when I get off live and find the pattern, see what I can do. I don't have the actual pattern in front of me, like I wrote it down when I was at work. So my mom used to have a pattern book, and she would go through the pattern, an actual book back in the day, in the 70s. And that's how they learned back then. I mean, it's amazing because now you have videos that we watch and we learn that way. And back in the day, they had to do it the hard way. So that stitch looks a little wonky too. I don't know. All right, so we are starting our latte color. So latte is row 10. We're going to start with 6 single crochets and then do a double crochet. So 6 will start here, this back loop, this stitch. You're going to leave yourself a tail, like a slip knot. Your working yarn is going to be up to the top, and then you're going to go into your loop, back loop. Get a yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through both loops. That's going to be your first stitch. You're going to do 10 or 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then a double crochet into the next stitch. Go down below that. It's going to be that line that's a front loop from the previous row. You're going to pick that up doing a double crochet underneath it. Give yourself a little slack. Do a double crochet. Then you're going to do 11 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 7 single crochets, and 1 double crochet all the way across. In the end, I don't know. I surely didn't write that down, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 double crochet to the front loop, that next stitch, previous row, and then 7 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of curiosity, your children are grown, right? Do you mind if I ask? Oh, thank you. No, no, not at all. I'm 50. I'll be 58. Yeah. Is it Flighty at 11? I'm working on a Navajo Diamond crochet blanket. Yeah, children grown, grandchildren. Happy grandma. I love it when the kids are around, kids are over, and grandkids. I started with 245. So it's going to be quite a long blanket. What? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. No, I'm pushing 60, my friend. I'm from the era where we laid out with baby oil and betadine, if that tells you anything. We sunbathed for hours. So I have a lot of damage from that. But that's what we did back in the 70s, 80s. When we didn't know any better. I don't know what I did here. Did I miss one? I think I did. Okay, let's go back. Let's see. All right, we're on latte 11. One to double crochet, 7 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, oh, a double. Oh, there we go. Somehow I missed you over here. That looks better. Yeah, that looks better. The one who used was too bright. I look like an angry. I understand. That's how I am in the Florida sunshine. I look like a lobster. I've got that Irish skin, Irish Scottish skin or whatever. So usually I'm pretty pale in the winter. $11, so 7. Yeah, I think this one is 11. 2. There's 11. Hello. Then we do a double crochet after 11. Double crochet into the front loop of the previous row. Then we do 7 here on our diamond, and then 1 double crochet and 11 here. How do you control the tension of your stitches? It is your pinky. Oh, my mom taught me to wrap it around your pinky, wrap it around your forefinger. Sometimes I'll do a double and then just let it loose like that. And then there's some people that wear tension rings, which I've never had, I've never tried, so don't really know, but I just kind of, when you get used to doing it, you know how much tension to put on it. And then I usually hold my little stitches there so they don't get too tight. Five, 6, and 7. And then you do a double crochet in the front. Go down from this next stitch, look for the line in front loop. And then from this diamond to this one, it will be 11 single crochets. There's 11. Then you do double crochet into the front loop there. There's 7. Do I do 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8. So I do a double crochet into the next one. Hi Shatika, blessings to you, girl. And crocheting. You've never tried honing the stitch. I'll have to give that a shot. I'm forever making my stitches a smidge too tight. Yeah, that helps me if I hold them. That way you don't get too tight of a stitch. Yeah. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Oh, you guys, my phone battery is in the red, so I apologize if it cuts out. My phone has needing a recharge, so I don't know how much life I have left on it, my battery. I'll try to plug it in here, see if I have time to do that. No promises. Yeah, that's true. We'll see. Come on, phone. Stay with me. If it cuts out, I'll come back on live and resume where I left off. Do you have a pattern on your own? You're working on someone else. I'm working on somebody else's pattern. She's on YouTube, and I think it was the only one that I could find. Let's see if I wrote her name down. Honestly, if you Google Navajo Diamond blanket or look that up under YouTube, you'll find her. She's got quite a few videos on this blanket. Oh, is that right? Okay. Okay. That's funny. Well, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, she goes, the lady that I was following on YouTube, she has several videos, and you can follow along with her. And she makes it pretty easy to follow, so I recommend you watching her. I'm a newbie today at this Navajo Diamond, so I don't have the pattern quite down on the end. This part, I have it, I think, pretty solid, but the ending I'm going to have to look up, go back to her videos again. I need a pattern book. The old-fashioned pattern books that our parents, grandparents used. I think that would help me. And this is what my skein of yarn looks like here. Trying to pull the yarn out. It's kind of a knotted up mess inside, I'm sure. And it's so much easier if you can make it into a ball before you start crocheting. So much better. Because you don't run into this trouble here. And I'll do that too when I get offline. Just need to make it to the end. Thanks for being so patient, you guys. I'm off. I'll message with it. Thank you. Happy stitching to you and plushie making. This is the first time I've come on live. First time I'm making this blanket, actually. So I've never made this stitch before. And good, bad, and ugly, you guys get to see all of it. All my mistakes and successes are right here for you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in between. Hello. Welcome in. I'm working on a Navajo Diamond stitch. So there's 11 single crochets on this row between the diamonds to the next diamond. And then you've got a double crochet here going into the front loop of the previous row. Then you got 7 single crochets in between the diamond. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to do another double crochet on this next stitch. Below it, there's a line here. It's a front loop from the previous row. Going to go underneath it. Give yourself a little slack and do a double crochet there. You're going to start your single crochets again. Should be 11. There's 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to do a double crochet into this front loop there of the next stitch, previous row. You're going to do another double crochet to the front of that stitch, then 11 more. We're getting close to the end, I guess. A few more diamonds. I just need to get some of this untangled yarn. Oh, I know, it does. Definitely. when it knots up like that, it's frustrating, especially when you're on live. You know, it's much easier to make the ball at the beginning. When it comes out easy, it's a beautiful thing. But when it is big old bunched up knot inside, just say a little prayer and keep going. Make sure I have 11 there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, yeah. Then you're going to do double crochet into the front loop of the previous row. That next stitch, give yourself a little slack there, because it's going to be a taller stitch. You don't want it to be too tight. Let me just check that, because make sure I picked up. Okay. For some reason it looked like I'd missed a stitch, so I didn't. Okay, double crochet, and you're back to your single crochets. When you're inside the diamond, basically, it's going to be 7 single crochets across, and then outside the diamond is 11 on this row in particular. I wouldn't know what you missed. Oh, well, thanks. They would. I've been doing it so many years that I guess you build up a little callousing. I don't know. But, and then I kind of hold my crochet or yarn a little looser. It's not real tight. See, 2, 4, 6, 7. And then you do a double crochet to the next stitch in the front loop there. Just like that. Then back to 11 single crochets across the diamond, outside the diamond there. 11. Then a double crochet. Then 7 single crochets. Five, 6, 7. The 8th one, gonna do a double crochet. My oh. 6, 7, 8. My goodness, you guys crack me up. That's okay, I do too. Half the time I'm counting over and over and over. You should, yesterday, I worked night shift as a nurse, and I was trying to count. I was so tired, and I was trying to count, and I counted probably 10 times, and I still didn't get it right. So, 10, 11. Yeah, and these patterns are pretty specific. You gotta get your numbers right, or you have a wonky looking blanket, which I have had. Lineman. Oh, that's cool. You're a lineman. That's so neat. Thank you for your service being a lineman. It's really important. It's a I know a dangerous job. So thank you. There's 7 across, and then we're doing a double crochet again. You Oh my gosh. You Thank you so much. Oh my word. Praiser? Oh, thank you. That you did not have to do that. I thank you so much. I just appreciate you being here, but thank you. Wow, you guys are amazing. I really don't expect anything. Just being here. I appreciate you being here, talking to me, making me laugh. I bet they keep you busy out there, though, huh? I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Well, it's okay. You guys make me laugh. Okay, so bear with me. I wrote the pattern, but I don't have a book. I just quickly at work, I wrote it down from a YouTube lady that I watched her do this. So I wrote the pattern down, but I don't know how she ended it. If it's a couple single crochets, so I'm going to have to look when I get off of my live here. But for now, I'm just gonna do a single crochet on the end, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out later. So I'm gonna chain 1 and then leave myself 2 to 3, maybe more inch tail. And then start a new row. Just do it your way. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if that's correct or not, but we'll figure it out. It's just crochet, right? I work in a hospital, and I'm a nurse, and I approach everything with a, this is just crochet, it's not life or death. It's not that big of a deal. So I give myself some grace and keep going. shouldn't get too upset about things, you know. Working in a hospital put things into perspective for you. Of course, I want to do a good job, but we'll figure it out. If you make up or mess up, you will figure it out. That's how we learn. Not in your line of work, sir, or who did, what, Praiser? Not in your line of work. I know you can't, you gotta get it right, but crocheting, it's okay. Give yourself a little grace there. And I apologize if my phone cuts out. It's low battery, and oh, God bless you too. I appreciate your work. I know somebody who was a lineman, and it's a thankless job, and I surely appreciate it, what you do. It's dangerous out there. This is what happens when you don't ball your yarn first. You get it all tangled inside, and you gotta remove it, and this is what happens. Yes, yes. There we go. So we are going on row 11, and we're doing latte. That's the color. This is turquoise, and this is burnt pumpkin. Well, my cut out. I apologize, you guys. We'll see if this lasts. I've got it on a little mini charger. So let's see how long this holds up. But thank you guys for being here, and thanks for all the love and gifts you didn't have to do, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you spending time with me today for a little bit while I try to navigate this Navajo blanket. I know. My phone died. So, I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm on a little mini charger. But if it cuts out again, I will charge my phone and come back on live. Try to work on this Navajo Diamond blanket with you. I know. Yes. Yeah. I tried to do that, but I think it was a goner. And now I'm like trying to, let me see if I can, yeah, adjust it like that. Okay, we are on row 11. So that's 7. I think I do. I think I do. One that actually works. There's 3, 4. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.